Hey Umbrick, hey Ramath. Thanks for inviting us back to your place in Magister's Terrace to see your new book.
Well, you are Azeroth's greatest heroes.
Also, we saw you across the bar and really liked your vibe.
What?
What did you want to show us?
Behold, the Omnium Folio. We made it especially for you.
Ooh, wow, thanks! With this, we'll be so uber powerful, we'll be able to defeat any obstacle in our way!
Tally, do you think we'll be able to push a plus 12 key now?
Oh well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Evie, but maybe let's see what kind of powers we have here.
Romantic meal for two. Enjoy the sensuous feast of each other?
Voidane. When void and arcane fuse to become one beautiful whole?
Tentacles everywhere and anywhere?
NSFW Date Night Dungeon? What does NSFW mean? How is it going to help me get cutting edge? Oh, wait, the other choice note has the word edge in it. Maybe that's what I need.
Oops, sorry, that's not the folio we made for you.
No, that's ours. The prototype. You don't need to look at that. Ramath, put it back in your room. I mean, the safe. Here is your Omnium Folio.
Oh, cool. Okay, let's see. Well, these are... Look, I don't want to say boring exactly. What do you think, Evie?
I think I want to see the first one again, if that's okay.
Yeah, me too.
See, I told you they'd be down.
Knowledge is power.
Hello Internet, Taliesin here. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Reset. Taliesin and Evertel's wondrous wisdom show in a week. We have a patch 12.0.7 release date, despite some widespread online speculation, and indeed in some other corners of the internet, hope it has not in fact been delayed. And on the 16th of June, we will all be playing Revelations. That is literally next week, Tuesday for NA players, Wednesday the 17th for EU. All of which means it's time for our traditional segment,
Why you shouldn't come back for 12.0.7.
and also, you know, why you should, where we list out in exhaustive detail all of the reasons you'll probably want to give this new patch a miss. Okay? Go, 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 go.
Don't come back if you don't like bugs. I wouldn't even normally bring this up because it's usually kind of a given, right? Any new patch will inevitably usually bring about some level of game-breaking faults with it, whether they be minor things which can be quickly fixed or big things which may render whole parts of the game unplayable for a time. Bugs are as much a part of patch day as anything else. That's just a fact. But this has been such a discourse recently that it probably bears mentioning. Are there more bugs than usual in recent patches because of WoW's faster release cadence and Microsoft's weird obsession with firing quality assurance staff and replacing them with AI? Possibly, maybe even likely. I'm personally of the opinion that as long as there's nothing too terrible going wrong, that I kind of strangely like a few little bugs on patch day. It is so ingrained in my WoW experience that it totally gives me a Pavlovian reaction that I associate with new content and fun times. But yes, there's probably going to be something going wrong on launch day and possibly beyond. If that's a game breaker for you, then, well, welcome to your first ever WoW patch, and also, maybe don't bother.
Don't come back if you're on a raid break. I think for many people, the main content of this patch is probably going to be the new one-boss mini-raid, Sporefall. It's set in the Grudge Pit in Harrendar! And I know what you're thinking, but I'm sorry, at this stage, we cannot confirm if your super fighting team, the Puff Guard, will be available to help you out. But they should be, obviously, or else this is, quite frankly, the biggest missed opportunity in the history of WoW. That's just it. And if you're thinking, who are the Puff Guard? Then simply, you chose the wrong name. I can't help you with that. You had the choice to call your mushroom fighting team the Puff Guard, and if you didn't, that honestly is purely on you. Do better next time. It's unlikely that this one and done is going to be anything like the same difficulty as WoW's last mini-raid, the Tentacly Crucible of Storms in BFA, seeing as this time out, there's only 8 or so weeks left of the season before 12.1 launches with its own full raid, or maybe 2 or 3 raids, since that's the thing that can happen now, who knows? So the main headline with Sporefall is that it will be available on LFR, normal and mythic difficulty, but mythic will, for the first time ever be flex, as in you will be able to enter with parties anywhere between 15 and 25 players in size, and the boss will scale to your party in the same way that it does on other difficulties. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait, Tally, surely if we go in with less than 20 in the team, that's a perfect opportunity for members of the A1 Grudge Pit fighting team, the Puff Guard, to join in and fill out the numbers. And no, I don't think that's going to happen, although yes, obviously it should though. Missed opportunity. Lots of raid teams will have wound down for the season and might not actually be thrilled at the idea of having to get the gang back together for one last job before 12.1, and honestly, I get that. But for me, there's not much that's more fun in WoW than a new raid instance to tackle with my buddies, so I'm here for it. I'll even ride the luminous spore glider mount that it drops for, like, at least 5 minutes in Silver Moon. Yeah, for sure, I will. That's how much I'm looking forward to it.
Don't come back if you don't like borrowed power. I like to think of Revelations as quite a nostalgic patch in a way, since it brings back two old WoW buzzwords with a vengeance. Umbric and Rometh have invited us around to their place for dinner and bring a big appetite because borrowed power is back on the menu, boys, with the Omnium Folio, a new talent tree of power, which, unlike, say, Cersei's Circlet or that belt thing from the War Within, will lend you its power for the rest of the expansion. Will extra nodes and cool stuff be added to this objectively shit UI as Midnight goes on? I guess that's probably going to depend on player reactions to it, but I don't know if those reactions are going to be overwhelmingly positive, because if WoW players know one thing, it's that they don't like borrowed power.
I feel like at some point someone said they wanted to stop going so overboard on borrowed power systems, but it seems like that must have just been a really pleasant dream. I love to do more, hopefully tedious and time-consuming chores to unlock a temporary borrowed power. It makes it more fun. I'm gonna need more than a shovel to dig deep enough to determine exactly how underwhelming is on this. This is stupid. So stupid. Literally just a forced borrowed power mechanic with static nodes. No fantasy, no choices, no fun.
A cloak. Yeah, there was a cloak as well in War Within. I completely forgot. A ring, a belt, a cloak, and now this shiny thing, which you get as house decor when you unlock every node. Yay! You can make the argument that since the power gain from the Omnium Folio is expansion-wide, its power is less borrowed than any of those previous items, or indeed any tier set or loot drop in the entire game. And of course, this isn't exactly a grind to unlock. No AP to constantly collect, no crystals to collect, one quest for each row. Oh, actually, that's another thing I probably should have mentioned. Those quests are weekly, so don't come back if you hate time gating. It's the other buzzword. If there's one other thing WoW players know, it's that they don't like time gating.
Excited for this to take 5 weeks of boredom, time gating the unlock to time gate the rest of the unlocks.
The week 1 quest is the unlock quest, where you are doing busy work for Umbric and Rometh to actually access the folio and activate the first node. Row 2 is unlocked in week 2 and asks you to do a ritual site. Week 3 requires 5 void assaults. Row 4 is unlocked in week 4 by killing a delve, dungeon, or raid boss. And the final unlock in week 5 asks you to kill one of the big bads in new mini-zones Naigtal or Val. Do you remember the first 12 weeks of 7.2, the Broken Shore and Legion, where Khadgar would have an awesome weekly quest for you, which was just one of those things you'd have been doing every week anyway? Yeah. Kind of exactly like that, except with a better reward and not the main weekly for 3 months at the beginning of a major patch. What I'm saying is the Omnium Folio is better than the Broken Shore weeklies. High bar, I know. But that's not the only time gating, because the story quests, which will be the main event of the patch for many players, if Sporefall isn't their main event, aren't even launching with Revelations, with Chapter 1 not hitting until 3 weeks in, and then 1 chapter a week for 5 weeks. which sucks. Give us the story all in one go, Blizz. That's fun. Tally says the one chapter that is testable on the PTR is really good, and later chapter titles make it quite obvious we will be heading to the Isle of Fangs, east of Zulaman, and that's great. And you might not even mind the episodic nature of the time gating here, but yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Don't come back if you want more housing decor. Patch 12.0.7 will bring us a whole ton of genuinely really cool new housing items on the neighborhood vendors, including gravestones and signposts and fences, and my own personal favorite, little clumps of straw and hay, which I've been waiting for because they will be the finishing touches in my crates of wine that I have lying around my wine cellar. Oh, you don't have a wine cellar in your player house? Oh, that's cool. I have a wine cellar. I spent 2,000 coupons on bottles of wine. It's no big deal. I've had a lifetime of practice. And you can place lighting sources outside now, including windows, which if you are housing pilled like me, you know is a big deal. There's also a substantial increase to the exterior decor limit, going up to 350 to give you space to place all of this new stuff. If like me, you've got an absolute baller outside build, which just needs that little bit of extra space to complete, then you are going to like Revelations. But at the time of writing, there is no word about any increase to decor limit on the inside of your home. 4,340 still being the limit on the PTR. I am at the limit. I need more space, fam, come on! No word either on any increase to the max house level in 12.0.7. That exterior upgrade is linked to already existing levels, and no word on any brand new racially themed endeavors coming either, which suggests that next time a new one rolls round, it will in fact be the same old choices as usual, alas. Don't come back if you aren't into these mini-zones. The new mini-zones, Naigtal and Val, are really cool in many ways. They are real living zones as opposed to instances, and they are considerably larger than the versions of these same zones that we saw in Legion. Actually, it kind of does them a disservice to even mention them alongside the Legion ones. And they're full of quests and world quests and bits and pieces to discover and explore. Each has a world boss. They're just kind of cool, kind of neat, and for many players, simply playing through these short little stories, basically completing the zones in the short enough time that it will take to do so, will be enough. Bish bash bosh, job done, kind of like how I approach ritual sites. But there is a very repeatable element to these zones, with field accolades and champion crests, heroic crests in the heroic world tier, because of course these zones are also the testbed for the heroic world tier option that we hope to see rolled out to basically the entire game at some point in the future. Very excited to see how that turns out. And so, although the zones are cool little worlds, it is totally understandable if players look at them and basically see the same gameplay loop that they've already been doing, all expansion, just in a new location, and that's fair enough. If this gives you fatigue to even look at these new maps, I don't blame you. Obviously, if these new zones look really cool to you and you're interested in seeing how their lore and story developed since Legion, and if the idea of heroic world tier and having new places to carry on doing what you're already doing sounds fun, holy heck, yeah, you're in for a treat. They're good.
Don't come back if the thought of doing Dragonflight dungeons makes you wince. No matter how good an expansion is, by the time it's over, there are certain things you are just done with. Up until very recently, I couldn't go to Valdrakken and hear the opening music for that city without feeling just a slight pang of pain and a sick feeling, because even though I love Dragonflight and its capital, it was just too soon to be going back. And if you relate to that feeling, you may also relate to my weird dread about Dragonflight dungeons appearing in turbulent timeways, as they are due to during the Revelations patch. These are great dungeons. You'll be able to nab your icy Viranoth mount, but I don't know. Algathar Academy is my least favorite dungeon in the Season 1 Mythic Plus pool, just because it's not been long enough since that expansion for it to reappear, in my opinion, and Turbulent Timeways isn't such a big deal as a Mythic Plus rotation, for sure, but it's kind of the same. Maybe you are thrilled by the idea of jumping into these instances again, and if so, you should definitely come back for 12.0.7, but if not, well, you know what not to do.
Plenty of reasons to not come back for 12.0.7 then, but in the spirit of balance and fairness, here are some reasons in addition to the new raid and new zones and story and housing stuff and Omnium Folio that might entice you back. Massive XP increases to leveling between 80 and 90. First time Midnight Dungeon and Delve quests, prey hunts and renown activities will all be seeing significant increases in XP rewards, which should help make your alt leveling quicker and more varied. Abundance is being improved a lot, mostly in the fact that you can now spend all 8 of your weekly shards of Dun in one abundant harvest, saving you time and effort and making them even more ridiculous, frankly. Weapons and shields will no longer take durability damage during combat, only from death and resurrection. The cost of repairs is a big talking point in Midnight, and rightfully so. And this won't solve the issue by itself. This is still going to be a talking point, but it will definitely noticeably improve the situation. At the very least, you won't be worrying about how much gold it's costing you to just press shield block every time, you know? And as always, there are links in the description below to a whole bunch of Wowhead articles covering all of the topics that we've done on this video, so you can peruse them at your leisure. Go peruse. And last but not least, once this patch is out, 12.1 will be revealed and hit the PTR. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Midnight's first major patch is actually announced this week before Revelations is even out, but at the absolute latest, I think there will be an official reveal by Thursday the 18th of June, because there's a lot they need to test. The new zone and legendary delve and whatever the new raid or 2 or 3 raids is. I can't help it, okay? I'm really excited about the 12.1 reveal, and Revelations being here just makes it all the closer. And I'm sorry, that's just really fun for me. But what do you think? Is 12.0.7 enough to make you come back to Midnight? Or enough to keep you in Midnight? Or did we give you enough reasons to stay away? Let us know in the comments below, and thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, don't thank us, thank our patrons who give us their actual real life money to make all of our work happen. And patrons, thank you, because without you, there would be a whole lot less Taliesin and Evertel. If you didn't like it, downvote the shit out of it. Remember, my name is Bear's Adventures. No, my name is Taliesin from me and Evertel. Until next time, cheerio.